Morning all, it's the 31st of January. I haven't done a YouTube video for a while, so I thought at least I'll do one to start the season. So these have been on the heat for coming up a month now. Not a lot of heat, just about 18 degrees. Don't need to cook them, just want to wake them up. I'll just run through the varieties I've got here, most of which I intend to grow, and some are just in case, or hopefully. So we've got the obvious Blight and Softer Gleam. They're being their usual selves and taking forever to wake up, which they do. So we've got 2 trays of those. Dave's Choice is a maybe. And again, usual self, fat stems, hardly any tuber. There's a little bit of signs of some life there. Hopefully they'll come up, but I've had to flower them just to slow down any mould. Tracy Diane, we have a bit away on this massive tuber. That'll be my number 2 small deck. Ruskin Diane to keep some stock going. There's 2 tubers there, but again the Dianes are generally a bit slow to get away. Winterholm Diane, the main small deck, and another tray of Tracy there. Some Mary's Jamander, they're away, some fresh stock of that. 2 trays of Bryn Turfle. I'm generally happiest with the stock of Bryn than any of the others, and I like it. So we've got 2 trays of Bryn, and most of those are away now. We've got a couple of trays of Gertler Twilight. You can see starting, there's one there and one at the back there. Then Narrows Trisha, usual, one of the first away and shooting everywhere. Barbary Surprise, I don't think. The surprise will be if I actually see anything on these. They're gone very mushy at the top, but there's maybe a bit of hope on that one, which is still a bit firm, but the top's gone. But if they don't shoot, I'm not growing it. Mary Margaret Rowe, this one's away. Thanks Roger for those. And then we've got Eastwood Essex. There's one I'm going to try as a medium semi. Bit of Ivor's Ronda in there, and there is one shoot on there going. The other tuber looks like it might be going backwards. Marston Suzanne, miniature deck. Again, not holding out a lot of hope, although there is just a little tiny shoot just down there. So live and hope, we might better get something out of that, even if it's not a full bed. This is a oddball Star Wars that I just had room in the tray, and I'm regretting it now because obviously they're not getting away and these have got away too well, so I might have to do something about that. That's just for growing in pots for the garden centre. The same with the Kiwi Gloria. I squeezed them in there, but obviously they've decided they're going to start, not the others. Then in this one, which will be my main miniature deck hopefully, is Paul Fenton Christabel. I got these from obviously Dave Spencer, as he's got probably about the best stock of it, and they're all well away, as you can see, and these went on heat a little bit later, but I'm not going to struggle for me 52 plants of that. And then there's a Go American and an Almonds Climax just snuck in there to fill the bench up. Now it's been quite cold the last month really. December we've had some iffy weather, so I'm trying to add some heat around the tubers, but without heating the entire greenhouse. The Vitapods ready for rooting, but I haven't taken any yet. I will do this weekend. And these are just some spare bits and pieces, mostly out of pots that we grew for the garden centre, that I might just wake some up just to give us a bit of extra variety. So I'm going to come up with a plan to cover these over. So in true Bodgett and Leggett style, just cut the Perspex, or polycarbonate, with a knife, the same pen knife that I take the cuttings with. Staple some bits of Corex to make hinges in the corner. Goes around a bit of bar that I found bent over, as you can see at the back, to form a centre base, because once I put the floppy top on it, wanted it to sag down into the middle. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite wide enough as one piece to cover the depth of the bed, so I fashioned a skirt and this high-tech piece of string going from the centre onto the greenhouse vent means that it can be lowered and the bit of polythene just covers the gap, and that should, I hope, keep some heat in it. So absolute budget job, but it hopefully will do the job. And for access, we lift and then just loop it on, and we can get in then to work and take cuttings. See how that fares. Should be alright. We'll find out. So this is what I've cobbled together. Very much cobbled. With this highly technical patented bit of string, which hopefully I'll lift it up. It hooks on there and keeps it up in the air. So you can see there's a much higher humidity in there now than what there was, which is a good thing. Hopefully that'll just push up some shoots that was just sort of thinking about it rather than sitting there, and it might speed the rate of growth up a little bit. Some of these, so most are away, just some that just don't seem to want to, so this hopefully will speed them up. So I'm just going to take these cuttings that are here, cut them down, encourage more growth as well, and give me a bit of practice on rooting them. So that's that job done. So about 40 odd cuttings there, just various, mostly Narrows Tricia, then a Mary Margaret Row and a load of Star Wars, which is just a lilliput that will be quite useful for some plant sales early in the year. If it's all cut down, I'm ready for another reflush along the same time as some of the newer eyes that develop, hopefully. So if any of you guys that watch this use Instagram, I am on there, Dave Gillam Dahlia's, the same as on here, and apparently I need 39 more followers on Instagram so I can do some lives with other people and other things. I'm up to 961, so please follow me on Instagram as well. I tend to put a lot of more weekly updates and short videos on there, so there's a bit more interest on there as well, and hopefully see you next time. Ta-da.